not a combat veteran, but was a military police officer. And so.
Thanks for visiting us in our sleepy suburbs.
Of course. Born and raised. I went to school in Cedar Falls.
Oh, did you?
I, along with my husband John and Heather and Chris Manson, are so delighted to be hosting this meet and greet tonight for Representative Roz Smith, who is running to be the next Iowa governor. He says, "Come as you are," which to me means everybody is welcome. Everybody in Iowa is important, no matter what your background is. And he would be a governor that would welcome all people and care about all people. And when's the last time we had that message from the State House? Not at all. Not at all.
Good evening, Ankeny. Thank you all for coming out. We kicked off our campaign with the slogan of "Come as you are," and for so many people, that's just a catchy Nirvana song. I'm included in that group, but I will say that its origins are a little bit deeper than that. I'm the son of a pastor. My mom still pastors our church, and so if you are a churchgoer or understand Easter Sunday, right? It's all about Easter clothes. It's all about your Sunday's best. And I remember a Saturday, my mom getting a phone call from folks saying they weren't going to come to church. They couldn't afford new shoes or a new dress, and they weren't going to show up. And I remember looking at my mom, and she's on the phone, she says, no, you just come as you are. You see, my mom and dad didn't want clothes or money to be that thing that stopped folks from coming to church. But it's bigger than that. They didn't want that to be a barrier from people participating in community. And so now at our church, we have a new tradition for Easter. We wear jeans and a t-shirt for Easter Sunday. So I want to start off with an invitation for you to come as you are. I don't care when you last voted or who you last voted for. There's grace in this thing. Come as you are. You have value. You contribute to our communities. And so, first and foremost, know that in this space, you can come however you are and be accepted. We have a governor right now who says that if you're an immigrant or a refugee, that you're somebody else's problem. She says that your black life doesn't matter. You can't participate because of how you identify. That's not the Iowa that I know. That's not the Iowa that I believe in. So on our team, we say, you come just as you are and contribute to being a part of this state. See, our differences are what make Iowa great. You know, I've spent the past 5 years in the legislature, and I can tell you, our systems are sick. All across our state, we have so many hurt people that are turning around and hurting other people. The fact that we have a governor that's divisive, that's not the Iowa that I know. That's not the come as you are spirit that Iowa has set forth for us. I don't know where along this way our educators became villains. The people who prop up our communities became the bad guy. I don't know where inclusive curriculum became this fear. I don't know where racial equity and fairness became the boogeyman. I don't know where that happened and how we got so far off the heritage of this great state. You see, the Iowa that I know has a strong history in desegregating schools before the federal government. That's the Iowa that I know. This is the Iowa that feeds the globe, that recognizes that love is love. That last year, almost this time last year, we were one of only 3 states to pass police reform legislation with the Plan for a Perfect Union to address the murder of George Floyd and to make sure that that never happens in the great state of Iowa. See, that's the Iowa that I know. That's the Iowa that I believe in. But I'm optimistic, y'all. I'm smiling and I'm joyous because our history lights our way forward. The things that we've done, the Iowa that we've been, that's our compass. It's not easy to always figure out the answers, but reflect on who we are. This moment uniquely is our greatest opportunity for change. This is where we start to write the greatest chapters in the history of Iowa. But we do that by being bold about the basic things. First and foremost, we have to prioritize educators and families and our children again. So let's give our educators resources. Start valuing them. Stop threatening IPERS. Stop taking away the ability to negotiate what a safe working environment looks like during a pandemic. We got to start moving folks from $15 an hour to $50,000 a year, giving Iowa families the opportunity to stop worrying about the next paycheck and start planning for the next generation, breaking cycles of generational poverty. And lastly, we've got to address climate change. It's real. I don't care if you call it weather patterns. I don't care what we call it, but the reality is we have to address the impacts of climate change. We have to be aggressive in our policies, making sure that we have climate-resilient agriculture and infrastructure in this state. I'm running for governor because I believe in this place. I believe we're so much better than we've been. From my family's small strawberry farm in Grundy County to Faith Temple Baptist Church, where my mother's still the pastor, Iowa's made me who I am. It's shown me that we're not defined by what we do from 9 to 5, but our collective gains for each other. In my 5 years in the legislature, I've had success because of relationships. And in this day and age, relationships matter. I'm not running to be an obstructionist governor. I'm running to get some things done for the great state of Iowa. It's been far too long that we've allowed extreme partisan divide to get in the way of us doing good work for the people of this state. I know the conversations that are being had at the Capitol. I know legislators to call out personally by name, Democrat or Republican, to get some things done. In 5 years in the minority party, you don't pass education legislation without knowing some folks on the other party. We're not able to do things for small business expansion and deregulation without knowing organizations to talk to that don't always have a D behind their name. We don't pass the plan for a perfect union without relationships with law enforcement, with Black Lives Matter, with Republican senators and representatives in the House. And so I'm running for governor because I believe that those relationships are our path forward. Valuing us, not because of our political affiliation. We're bigger than that in this moment. It's about lacing up our shoes, doing the tough work of building an Iowa where everybody has the freedom to come as they are, be as great as they want to be. Find value in this state. So come as you are. Be a part of this team. Let's together build the best chapters of Iowa. And Terry and John somehow manifested this beautiful day, and I can tell you, y'all, this is the perfect day to start making some change. So thank you so much. I look forward to taking your questions.